Hello and welcome to another episode of the Contractor Growth Show. My name is Mark, and today I have the pleasure of interviewing an interesting guest, Ali Moghaddam, originally from Iran, that now builds stunning custom homes in the Bay Area. I've seen some photos; they're incredible. Ali, thank you for being on the show today.
Of course. Thank you for
Fantastic.
having me.
You're welcome. It's exciting to hear your story. So, I mean, Haley talked to you a little bit about kind of your journey, and I think that you've got some great stuff to share with our audience. Maybe before we kind of get into that, maybe you could tell us just a little bit about Almo Construction, kind of the history of the business and where you guys are at today.
Sure. I started doing the construction business since 1999 as a handyman, and I started growing and thinking about the bigger company. And then I was thinking about the to name my company. But how should I name my company? The Almo Construction. It came out from my first name and my last name, two letter of my first name and two letter of my last name.
I got it.
And then in 2005, I started, my company was grown, and my client had so much love me, they pushed me to go get my license. I was doing the small jobs, and then I was really into construction, and I love what I'm doing. And I see that's it. I'm going to do only construction, nothing else. And then I got my license. I study, and then I got my license on 2005, and then I started the business. The first job I've done, I I thought about it, forget about any profit. I just want to make this guy happy. And when I finished that job, they start advertising for me. And then the word of mouth, it become, my best tools for the advertising.
Uh-huh.
And then since 2005, as a licensed contractor, the Almo Construction Incorporated, born on 2005. And then since then, we are busy, and then we are doing nothing but the best for our clients.
Man, I heard that. I actually want to share my screen here really quickly, Ali, because I want to show the level of quality of what you guys are doing. So you see here, if you guys can see my screen, if you're online, look at these houses that Ali's building, right? So I mean, these are like named houses. These are just high end in the Bay Area, absolutely gorgeous. So Ali, you started as a handyman, 20 plus years ago. How did you move into building, super high end houses? Where did you learn to do that, and what was the path to getting there?
Okay, there is two reasons. Number one, I always tell everybody, whatever you want to do, make sure you love it.
Hmm.
If you don't love the job, you just want to go make money, don't do it. Do something that is your passion. That's number one. And number two, my background, I used to have the children clothing factory, and I used to design the clothing for the children, which is a lot of color involved, and I was the one who designed it. And then when I came here, I I, um, I was working for my uncle, who was a contractor, but he was doing the small scale projects. And then when we started working together, same time I was searching for other jobs. Should I go and study more about the computer science? Should I go do this and that? I couldn't convince myself, to go to do any other jobs. And then my knowledge also goes a little bit background back home. My late, the father, the stepfather was a builder in next to the Caspian Sea. He was building the massive, villas. And then on the summertime, I always been with him and look at him. And believe it or not, when I was a little kid, when he was cutting the check, I used to make a fake checkbook for myself and acting like him. And when he had a meeting, when he was cutting the check, it was my dream that one day I have a checkbook in my hand and write a check.
I
That's
love
why,
it.
yeah, that's why I came here, and I love what I'm doing. And then somehow, I told myself, you know what, that's it. That's what I like to do. and start learning from the designers. I had a very good chance. The first couple of job I had, it was a huge projects, in Atherton. One of them was 14,000 square foot.
Mm.
They uh, they hired the designer from, the London. They flew him every month to come here, and then he designed a house. And I keep learning from them instead of keep talking and arguing with them. I start listening to them. Then all of a sudden, I glow, you know, and everybody around me, they said, you know what, we cannot even do 1 day of your job because I am not only concentrating on the project to make the customer happy, make my worker happy, which is very important, make my subcontractor happy, get the financial, get the projects. It's not easy. Some of the folks, they come here and they think, oh, they said the United States is the land of opportunity. Yes, it is land of opportunity,
Uh-huh.
but it's not going to answer you in a couple of days. It's not the lottery. You
Uh-huh.
have to work for it.
Uh-huh.
And they get, and also from the beginning, they started a lot of bells and whistle. When I started my company, I didn't go get the big truck, big office, instead of all those overhead, I injected to the job and not charging my clients so much. This way, they are happy, and that would be my portfolio instead of having a big truck and big sign out there before I make money. You know what I mean?
Wow. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Amazing. What's the size of your team right now? I know you have a lot of
Right now,
subcontractors and
yeah, we have a lot of subcontractors, about 120 people working for us daily. Uh, 10 of them, including myself, 10 of them is our own staff from the office, from general manager, from the manager. And also we have a few people that are working pickup works, you know, cleaning. And one thing is really important for me is to keep the job site safe and clean.
Mm.
That's
Okay.
very important. Yeah.
Okay. Great. So, English is not your first language.
No,
You came over here as an adult, right? And had to probably knew some English, but had to learn, be here in the United States and learn all of the way that we do it here and whatever else. What type of obstacles did you have to deal with? I mean, there's kind of a language barrier and whatnot. I mean, have you dealt with any kind of setbacks from not being like English first language, like growing up here, or has it been pretty smooth, or has that been some kind of advantage to you? I mean, you've got your culture where you grew up, and it sounds like it was very thrifty and right, so you didn't get into a lot of overhead. I mean, how has coming from another culture affected the way the business has grown?
that's the very, very, very good question. The very first important things to me was to learn English. I
Hmm.
was working as a handyman, but I used to go to adult school. I never even missed 1 day. At night, I had to go. I was tired, but I never missed the school.
Huh.
The English is very important to learn how to speak English. And then after 1 year, I was in California. I was be able to go to college. I assigned myself to the college and I study English. And then after that, and I study small business management. It was a course in San Mateo College. It's called a small business management. Uh, I studied that. It was like a kind of like a AA. And then, yes, from the beginning, I had a little problem, but I told myself, three things. Somebody teach me three things. He said, when you came to United States, don't forget three things. Number one, credit. Number two, your tax. Never work under the table because later on it's going to hit you. You cannot get the benefit. You cannot get the loan. Number
Hmm.
three, number three is English. Learn English.
Hmm.
I had like a Persian folks, in the classroom. When we go to the class, he want to sit next to me. I said, no, let's talk to each other on the break time. You go to the other side. We are here to learn English. That's why I take it very important from the beginning. Yes, I lost a lot of opportunity to have fun. For like when my wedding was 2004. On Saturday, I took a day off on Friday afternoon, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I was at work. After my
Wow.
first child came, I went
Mhm.
to the honeymoon, and my wife was very understanding. That's very important as well because our business is not a joke. Our business is not the 8 to 5. My business
Uh-huh.
is 24/7.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. So you're married, you have two boys, is that correct?
Yes. I have two
Yeah.
boys. Yes.
Uh-huh. So you've had to juggle kind of family life but it sounds like your wife's been very understanding
Oh,
of the work.
very, very. Yeah, it's very important. Very important to have a good team first at home. You
Hmm.
know, then you are free to do your business. Yeah, my wife helped me a lot as well.
That is awesome. How inspiring.
Yeah.
Well, Ali, what I'm just curious about how you've grown the business and what has kind of worked over there. I know that word of mouth has been a huge piece of it. Are there any other ways that you've grown the business? You've got a website, you've done some advertising at all?
Yeah, actually, the only advertising I have, is my Instagram page and my website and word of mouth. And obviously, we put a sign. Each project we have, we put our sign there.
Uh-huh.
But I think at one point we have to start getting the advertising to get the right now I'm saturated. I want a bigger projects. Don't take me wrong. I built a 14,000 square foot house. I built I built a lot of interesting houses.
Uh-huh.
But at one point, I want to get to the bigger, bigger, what do you call concept, like a
Okay.
multifamily.
Oh, I see.
Yes,
Okay.
when you get to that point, yes, you need some more advertising, and I'm thinking about it.
Okay. Interesting. Great. And then I mean, regarding word of mouth, I mean, have you done anything to reach out to past customers? I mean, have you pushed the sort of word of mouth at all? Sometimes folks, reach back out every couple of months and say, "Hey, would you be willing to refer us to someone else?" Or has it been totally organic?
It was organic. I make my customers so happy, even if they are wrong. You know, at the end, I'm not a nickel and diming. And
Uh-huh.
also, and I thinking about it, I want to pay like a $10,000 to that advertising company. Let's take care of it. Like I have a current project. We had a signed contract. The lady was, the owner of the new project. It happened to be in the same neighborhood that I just finished the house,
Huh.
and she
Uh-huh.
just want to see from outside. She was looking at it, and the previous owner kindly come outside and say, "Can I help you?" I said, "No, we have a contract with Almo Construction. I just want to, look at outside of your project." She invite her inside. Look at it. Talk about me. This is the best thing, and our clients, the as I said, I'm not the best contractor in the world, just to let you know, and I cannot make everybody happy. But so far, I think I made 99% of my client happy.
That sounds like a pretty good percentage there.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love it. Well,
yeah.
fantastic. So regarding the growth of your business, I mean, do you think that, I mean, are you looking to, it sounds like you are looking to grow maybe 10, 20% per year over the next few years, or are you guys at kind of the growth area that you want to be at right now?
No, actually, I wanna grow more because I want to hire more people, and I just want to stay back and focus on the more design and those kind of stuff, and development. I want to go
Uh-huh.
to the development. That's why I wanted my company to be automatic and hire the more educated people, the hire people, more managers, and then it become automatic. Even if I can have a 1 week of the vacation time.
Uh-huh. Gotcha. Well, fantastic. Well, you shared some great information here about, if a contractor wants to grow their business, what are some ideas? And one that you shared was just love what you do, right? So if you don't love it, don't get into it, guys. If you're not into countertops, don't become a countertop expert.
Exactly.
And then another was to reduce your overhead. So it sounds like you've got some great kind of values around keeping your overhead low. What other ideas do you have if someone is a contractor and they're at, say, mid six figures or high six figures, they're trying to get to seven figures and beyond, trying to get to multiple seven figures? What advice would you have for them about how to grow their contracting business?
Okay, the first thing, don't go and rent a big, until like 3 months ago, I had a 16 by 16 room office, share conference room. We were paying only about a few, just $1,000, for the rent.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Don't make it too big of a deal. I don't have an office. My office was in my is my home, either my home or I'm sitting in the truck in my car, and the talk to cut the check sometimes because our check is printable, maybe an office print, but sometimes they need it, really need it. I tell them, okay, I'm in this job site, just come there. I never go sit in the office unless I have a meeting or we have a bi-weekly meeting with our project managers. Number two, you know, they need to constantly working with the find a good subcontractor and then tell them, hey, we want to grow together. Like some project, and I tell them I really want to get this project. For example, if my foundation guy gave me $300,000, right, project for that project, I said you have to be on the 260. You have to create a relationship with your subcontractors. The
Hmm.
subcontractor understand it. You have to believe that subcontractor is one of the important aspect of your project.
Okay.
Why? Because number one, you have to make sure to have a relationship. Don't keep getting the price from five different framer. Yes, for the
Hmm.
first couple of jobs, do that. But when you choose your framer, sit down and talk. Choose the good subcontractor and tell them, hey, any job comes is yours, and I'm gonna trust you. You trust me, and then pay them on time. Don't take the money yourself. I've seen the people, the first thing they take it. My subcontractor they tell me, for example, ex general contractor, he always late, on the payment, but he's driving the Mercedes. He has a lot of, the things. He's always on the vacation. We go to
Right.
his office, he's don't do that. Your subcontractor, they are very important to keep your costs down. Sometimes the subcontractor can lower it down, you get the job. Otherwise, if you want to keep going around and also don't hire the cheap subcontractor because the cheap subcontractor at the end of the day is going to cost you more.
Mm. Okay.
I had the experience somebody was $10,000 cheaper than the other guy, but at the end I had to spend another $15,000 to correct his job
Huh.
and delay. They have to understand every day for you and for the homeowner is clicking. The money is clicking. The cost of the loan, the cost of this. These are the things that they have to be friend, and also they read the plan very well, and they do the very detailed contract. This way,
Mm.
there is no change order going on. There is no problem. And also, again, the first thing is to keep your overhead down. Don't make it too much. You don't want to keep up with Joneses. Your company is your company. You don't want to go
Mhm.
get the $100,000 truck that you're not using it. It's been 8 years. I don't have a truck. I'm driving Tesla. I'm not taking any lumber, but I'm not going to go buy $100,000 truck and just drive around to just see my truck. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? Overhead down. Of course, you have to make money, but you have to be reasonable. Prove yourself to the community and your client, and also the subcontractor. You really, really need to be, involved with the subcontractor and talk to them and tell them, I want to grow my company. When I'm growing, you're going to grow with me too. But be faithful with your subcontractors.
Amazing. Amazing. So, guys, if you're listening to this, I want to like point out a few things here. I'm talking with Ali, who came from Iran, 25 years ago, and he started as a handyman. Okay, English was not his first language. He has had to deal with a lot more adversity than you have. That's all there is to it, right? I've got problems. You've got we've all got problems. Okay, Ali has come here, and I mean, he's is American, fully part of this American, country now. But 20 years ago, he was not. And he came over, learned all of this, went to school, didn't miss a day. And I think one of the biggest lessons here that I'm hearing is, and I get the sense that you really kind of brought this from your culture, originally, was this frugality and keep the overhead low. Like even when you
Yeah,
start to have success that you have, don't go buy a bunch of trucks, don't get a huge office, keep it low, and that's going to be critical for your business as you grow it.
exactly.
Amazing. And also be super loyal with your contractors, with your subcontractor. I love that. Right after you do some get some quotes and some bids, in the earlier part of your career, determine who your people are and then grow with them, right? I mean, they're going to have a 20-year career. You've got 20 years left, right? Go out and create relationships with those guys so that they have got loyalty and you really create a cohesive company that's moving ahead and not just piecemeal all the time.
Exactly.
Is that right? Okay. Fantastic. Well, Ali, this has been super helpful, super interesting. I love your story. I love the stunning work that you're doing. It's high end and glorious. I don't even want to ask what the prices are on these houses, but you know, they're very high end. $14,000, 14,000 square foot house in the Bay Area. Serious. Um, Ali, if people want to get in touch with you, if they want to learn more about your business, if they want to talk to you, if they want a high-end project built, whether it be a house or multifamily, what are a few ways to get in touch with you?
My Instagram page at Almo Construction. And then also, they can reach out to our office. The phone number is 650-610-9300. Uh, those are the way, to get reached to us.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Well, if you need a custom construction in the Bay Area, you know who to reach out to. Ali, thank you so much for being on the show today. It's been super
You
informative and
are very,
helpful.
very welcome. You are very, very welcome. Thank you
Okay.
so much for having me. And I wish good luck to all the homeowners that are building the house and also all the new contractor, which we needed, the welcome to our team. And
Uh-huh.
hope they have a, very, very, very successful, the business.
Fantastic. Great. We'll end it there. Thank you for being here today, Ali.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me. Take care.